Trump is an old convicted felon. Can you really risk voting for him? Really? Trump, 78 years old. If he wins, he would be in his 80s. He would be older than me, older than this guy if he wins the election. You really want him in charge of the nuclear button? Question mark, question mark? Really? He's already been convicted of 34 felonies. That's a 3 and a 4. 34 felonies. 26 women accuse him of sex abuse. That's a 2 and a 6. Yes. Trump has already been convicted of fraud. People say, I trust him with the economy. Well, he's a businessman who's convicted of fraud, who declared bankruptcy 6 times. So how good is he with money, really? His daddy gave him at least $413 million when he was a kid. Trump was raised in a penthouse in New York City. He has nothing in common with the people who live in the rural area, who live on the farm, who live out in the bush and the woods. He has nothing to do with you. Trump was born and raised in a penthouse with tons of money. He could have anything he wanted. And talking about that, he doesn't want to release his school records to this day. He doesn't want you to know what his grades were. Come on and tell us. He doesn't want you to know or remember that he got 5 draft deferments and never served in the military. So a guy who's already convicted of 34 felonies, convicted of sex abuse, convicted of fraud, convicted of obstruction of justice with his election interference. He's on trial. He hasn't been convicted on those yet, but he is on trial for obstructing elections. He's on trial. Remember his phone call that's on tape? You don't want us to remember what we heard. I know. Put your fingers in your ears, Republicans. Put your fingers in your ears. Because Trump on tape said, I just want 1,176 votes so I can win. But put your fingers in your ears and cover your eyes. Oh my goodness. Republicans, cover your eyes. You don't want to see the truth. Ooh, it's scary, the truth. It's so scary, the truth. But you're going to vote for a convicted felon. Are you going to risk it? Do you dare risk voting for a felon for president? The guy who had his finger on the nuclear button finger. Oh, I got a cramp. Oops. Sorry about that, China. We just blew you off the map. It was only a mistake. Because Trump is so old. And remember, Trump's father had Alzheimer's. And it is an inherited disease. There's a lot of negatives with Trump. But Republicans, they make excuses. He didn't really mean what you just heard him say. He didn't really mean what you can see on tape. We're interpreting for him because why do you have to interpret it for him? Why? If he's telling you the truth, you don't have to interpret it. Why do you have to make excuses for him? No. Don't risk voting for Trump. There's too many negatives on his side. If he just screws up once, we could all be gone. Please, think very carefully when you vote. Please.